Good afternoon to all. I am Dr. Dhondiba Ishwanath, Assistant Professor of Chemistry, Government First Grade College, Karapuram, Bengaluru. Today I am going to discuss about third session of Biochemistry, that is a paper 8, which belongs to carbohydrates of 6th semester BSc. In this session, I have to discuss about the introduction to biochemistry, introduction to carbohydrates. They have, that is the meaning of monosaccharides, then the derivatives of monosaccharides, amino sugars, how structure and biological importance of beta D glucosamine, beta D galactosamine, and N-acetylated forms, that is the N-acetyl muramic acid and N-acetyl muramic acid. These I have to discuss one by one in this session. Now come to, that is the first one is introduction to carbohydrates. Now carbohydrates are the most abundant class of biological molecules. This is the most abundant class of biological molecules because this is the very much important and majorly part present in the all living organism. Therefore, it is a very major part of that is the living organism. Therefore, carbohydrates are, that is the most abundant class of biological molecules. They are widely distributed in the living organism like plants, animals, and microorganisms. Carbohydrates include simple sugars. Simple sugars means these are the monosaccharides, are the basic units of the carbohydrates. They dissolve in water and they sweet in taste. They are called as simple sugars, like that is glucose, fructose, galactose, etc. Therefore, carbohydrates includes simple sugars, again glycogens, starch, cellulose, and complex carbohydrates such as mucopolysaccharides. This is the complex in nature. These are the simple in nature, somewhat, that is a glycogen, starch, cellulose. These are the somewhat simple. Simple means somewhat, that is this is simple sugars are nothing but monosaccharides, but these are the glycogens, and these are some having a polysaccharides, and also including that is a polysaccharides and mucopolysaccharides, glycolipids and glycoproteins. These are the included in that is the carbohydrates. Green plant synthesizes carbohydrates from water and carbon dioxide by using a solar energy present in the environment. By using the freely available, that is solar energy or light energy or sun radiations, and available in that is the water molecules, that is in the form of vapor, and also that is carbon dioxide available in the environment. These can be combined in presence of that is the solar energy to form a green plant. It gives, that is synthesize the carbohydrates. It produces carbohydrates. Therefore, plant produces, that is the carbohydrates. Now, carbohydrates performs a wide variety of functions. Carbohydrates, that is the performs wide variety of functions. They are main source of energy in the cell. It is the energy produces in the cell, that is the main source. The main source of that is the energy in the cell is due to the carbohydrates. Energy is generated by the biological oxidation of simple sugars like glucose. That is glucose, no, it from the glucose, biological oxidation, it produces the energy, and during the formation of that is glucose, it forms, that is a 4 kilocalorie per gram, that is the amount of energy is liberated. The large polysaccharides like cellulose and chitin serve as a structural materials because this is the having a large polysaccharides like cellulose, chitins. These are the present. They use, that is a structure of that is the living organisms, living plants or whatever may be. Now come to that is starch. Starch is in plants the serves the storage of form of energy, means The plants store the energy in the form of starch, and animals store the energy in the form of glycogen. Therefore, these are the storage of, that is starch, storage of uh, storage of energy in the plant, and animal store the energy in the form of glycogen. Then oligosaccharides are nothing but those polyhydrates, it having a, when they dissolve in water, they produces 2 to 10 monomeric few, that is oligo means few, 2 to 10 monomeric units. Monomeric sugar or monomeric units produces, and they are called as oligosaccharides. And these oligosaccharides are associated with proteins and lipids, which possesses structural and regulatory role. Because of having a oligosaccharides, it is associated with or combined with present along with, that is proteins as well as lipids. They give, that is regulate the structural regulation role. It will be a hollow, or it gives, that is possesses a structure and a regulatory role. Sugar phosphates are components of nucleic acids and coenzymes. Coenzymes, this is the biological active catalyst. They are there. These are the sugar phosphate that are the components of nucleic acids and coenzymes. Then coming to, that is the classification. The classification of carbohydrates. Just I have given, that is the introductory part about, that is the what are the importance of carbohydrates and what they are constitute. I have explained. Now coming to, that is classification of carbohydrates. The based around the number of monomeric units present, the carbohydrates are classified into, that is the three category. One is called as a monosaccharides, second one is oligosaccharides, and third one is polysaccharides. Now those carbohydrates, when they dissolve in waters, they produces on hydrolysis, they produces a basic units. Basic units, they cannot be undergo a decompose, and it is a basic unit, building block unit, that is called as a monosaccharides. And oligosaccharides means those carbohydrates, when they dissolve in water, they produces only few number, that is 2 to 10 monomeric units, basic units, called, that is the oligosaccharides. And polysaccharides are nothing but those polysaccharides, when they dissolve in water, they produces more than 10 monomeric units. They are called as polysaccharides. And these are the classification of, that is monosaccharides based on the number of monosaccharide units present. Therefore, the first one is, say, that is a monosaccharides. Monosaccharide. Mono means single and saccharide means carbohydrates. Okay. Now here, those carbohydrates which are, the simple definition will be given here. Those carbohydrates which are in simplest form. This is the simplest. There is there further no simplified structure or form of, that is a carbohydrate is called, that is a that is simplest form of, that is the carbohydrates, and they do not undergo hydrolysis, and they are building block of carbohydrates are called, that is a monosaccharides. Like this is the basic unit. No, we know that is a matter. No, when matter is undergo a cutting or undergo division, it produces, that is a matter is converted into molecule, that is a molecule. Then molecule further it is divided or it is cut, it convert into element. Then element undergo cutting, it produces a atom. Atom is the basic unit of, that is a matter. Therefore, atom repeatedly join together to form, that is a whole matter. Whole matter. Therefore, the atom is the building block of that matter. Similar to that, here carbohydrate, that is monosaccharides are nothing but it is a basic unit and it is the simplest form. It further cannot be hydrolyzed and it cannot be undergo a breaking. It is a basic unit of, that is a that is a carbohydrates, and when they repeatedly join together to form, that is a oligosaccharide, and that is a polysaccharides, and they are called as a monosaccharides. Monosaccharides are usually water soluble and sweet in taste, so it is called as a simple sugar. Simple sugars are nothing but monosaccharides. Example, we can say that is the glucose. Glucose when dissolved in water, it's soluble and it is taking the sweet that taste it giving that taste it is a sweet in taste. Fructose also it is a water soluble, and here glucose having a aldehyde group, it is a aldehyde group, and fructose having a ketone group, ketoges. It is say that is ketoges, it is a aldoses, means depending only that is a same molecular formula but differ in only that is function group. This is the functional isomers are there. Then third one is galactose, and these are the example for that is a monosaccharides. Now coming to that is our these are the up to here I have explained about that is a introductory part to the carbohydrates. Now your syllabus begins from here, derivative of monosaccharides. Derivative of monosaccharides. What is mean by derivative of monosaccharides? You know that glucose and fructose contains either carbonyl group as well as alcoholic group. Alcoholic groups are in two forms, two types of the alcoholic groups form. One is called there is a secondary alcoholic group, and another one is there is a primary alcoholic group. Primary alcoholic group and secondary alcoholic group present in the there is a monosaccharides. Along with carbonyl group, carbonyl groups are also two. One either in the ketonic form or it is another one is aldehydic form. The there is a aldehyde group and ketonic group are collectively called as a carbonyl group. Okay. Therefore, when the derivative of monosaccharides are nothing but those compounds in which carbonyl group or alcoholic group of monosaccharides are replaced by other groups called that is a derivative of monosaccharides, or a compound is formed derived from monosaccharides by replacing carbonyl group by other group or by alcoholic group by the other group called that is a derivative derivative of monosaccharides. Now here what are the derivative for your syllabus means first goes to that is the amino sugar derivative, means amino derivative of monosaccharides. Monosaccharide in place of monosaccharides I can also be read as a sugar. Sugar is nothing but belongs to monosaccharides. Therefore, amino derivative of sugars are sugar acids. Sugar acids means acid derivative of sugars, means acid derivative of monosaccharides. Again, phosphate derivative of sugars. Therefore, sugar phosphate. Sugar phosphate is nothing but phosphate derivative of sugar, and acid derivative of sugar, and amino derivative of sugar. These are the three major that is the derivatives of monosaccharides for your syllabus. Now let us study one by one. First one is goes to that is the amino sugar derivative. Amino sugar derivative, or it is said that is a amino derivative of monosaccharides or sugars. Now a simple definition is common, no changing. Suppose you have prepare one, then ultimately other derivative you can be easily recall and you have to reproduce. Now here simple definition I have given here. Those are derivative of sugars in which a hydroxyl group, specially at carbon 2 position, hydroxy group, it should be a secondary group. Secondary. In the glucose and fructose, no, the hydroxy group present at there is a 6 carbon atom, that should be primary, but other on carbon atom that should be a secondary. Therefore, those derivatives of sugar in which the hydroxyl group, specially it is a secondary alcohol group at position 2 only, because different positions of carbon the OH groups are present, but specifically here at 2 carbon position is replaced by a amino group is called amino sugar, or is called amino derivative of sugars, or amino derivative of that is monosaccharides. The amino group of sugars is further undergoing acetylation by using a acetylating reagent like acetic anhydride or acetyl chloride to form that is the acetyl amino derivative of sugar. Therefore, both for your syllabus, the amino derivative of sugar and acetyl amino derivative of sugar for your syllabus. Therefore, first it is the amino group is present, amino derivative will be formed, then amino group undergo a acetylation to form that is the acetyl amino sugar derivative. This is about that is the definition of amino sugar derivative. Now, example here beta D glucosamine and N-acetyl beta D glucosamine, alpha D galactosamine and N-acetyl alpha D galactosamine. Here simple, glucose no, you know here the how do you write that is structure of particular no. Beta D means it should be a beta glucose. This is the glucose unit. Suppose OH here amino group, instead of amino group, suppose we are taken as a OH group, that is a hydroxy. This is the one carbon atom. This is number one. It is also a secondary carbon atom. Secondary. Then it is a secondary. This is the secondary. This is secondary, and this should be a. It is a primary. Primary. This carbon atom hydroxy group is primary carbon atom, but others are that is secondary. The OH group is present at this two position carbon atom. Therefore, it is called as glucose. Glucose in the form of alpha and D. Alpha and beta that is the form. Usually, suppose in the one position, this is suppose that is it is a planar structure. It is the up and this is the below. Therefore, below of the plane. Therefore, suppose we are writing that is the OH group on top and H group is down, then it is became that is a beta. If it is a reverse, H is became up and OH is became down, then it is called as a alpha. And remaining that is a HOH, OHH, and this is the OH. Therefore, usually in the beta position, both OH groups here, right? That is the first position and that is the fourth position. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 4th position, the OH group are that is in the trans form. Okay, and such type of the structure will be a nothing but beta D glucose. Beta D glucose. After knowing that is structure of beta D glucose, that is how the structure. How the structure is a ring-like structure, but not a open-like structure, in which the amino derivative means OH group, particularly carbon 2 is replaced by amino group. Hence, that is a amino derivative of that is a beta D glucose. Beta D glucose, it is converted into beta D glucosamine. Glucosamine, it is called as a amino derivative. Okay. Therefore, beta D glucosamine, it is the example for that is the amino derivative. Then similarly, I can say that is the first one. It is for biological importance. Beta D glucosamine, it is present in heparin, which is act as a blood anticoagulant. When it is present in the injected in the body, it is produced in the body. Therefore, coagulation means the clotting of the blood is prevented. It is remains in liquid form, and it is there is a light that is flowing. It is easy to move. If it is a thicker, it became a thicker means it is coagulation is takes place. Then it became the circulation of the blood is very difficult, and therefore the ultimately consequences will be takes place. Therefore, heparin is act as a blood anticoagulant agent. Now, this is the main biological importance of that is the beta D glucosamine. Now, similarly, from that alpha D glucosamine, we can be write that is structure or derivative of N-acetyl beta D glucosamine. You know that is a beta D glucosamine, in which the amino group it is undergoing acetylation by using a acetyl chloride or acetic anhydride. It will be a NHCOCH3. Acetyl group will be condensed, and that gives that is a N-acetyl here, N-acetyl that is beta D glucosamine will be a name. This is the another that is a derivative of that is a N-acetyl derivative of glucosamine, or we say that is a monosaccharide glucose. Now coming to that is the biological importance of N-acetyl beta D glucosamine. It is present in bacterial cell wall in the form of chitin and hyaluronic acid. It is it is usually present in the bacterial cell wall. Cell wall, it is open and it is closing. Therefore, cell wall, it is having a particular function. It is a thin, there is a layer will be there, and it is in the form of chitin and hyaluronic acid. The main function, it is present in the bacterial cell wall in the microorganism. Again, because it is present in the chitin, therefore chitin is the major component of cells. Shells of lobster, crabs, that is again scales of insects. The outer, that is protective cells, no protective cells, protective shells of that is some organisms contain that is the chitin, and it gives that is the structural materials for that particular species. These are the importance of that is the N-acetyl, that is the N-acetyl beta D glucosamine. And third one is nothing but hyaluronic acid. Hyaluronic acid, because it is in the form of hyaluronic acid and chitin. Hyaluronic acid is present in vitreous humor of eye. Vitreous humor of eye. Particular, that is animals or birds, they having a eyes, humor eyes. It contains that is the fluids that hyaluronic acid will be present. Again, synovial fluid present in the joints. Joints means when two, that is the parts will join together, that is the folding will be takes place. When this hyaluronic acid, it gives that is a proper, that is folding and stretching will be takes place. If hyaluronic acid is not present, then the stretching and folding, it is not possible. It became a straight one and it is very difficult, and there is other consequences will be takes place. Therefore, hyaluronic acid is present in the this part, and it is function very well. And fourth biological importance of that is N-acetyl beta D glucosamine is, it is readily prepared by the acid hydrolysis. Acid, by using a acid as a catalyst, hydrolysis, chitin, and it form a chitin, and hence it is often called that is chitosamine. Chitosamine. It is prepared another, that is compound by addition of hydrolysis, by using a acid hydrolysis, the chitin in form, and that is called as a chitosamine. Because of amino group will be there, that is the chitosamine will be formed. And next coming to that is how the structure of beta D galactosamine. Beta D galactosamine. Again here galactose. Galactose is simple. The beta D glucose is there, no? At the fourth position, one position and fourth position, these are the cis form. The OH group, just you say that is a cis form. Not a, that is a, this is just like a, both above the ring, above the plane, just like a towards one side, that is OH group, this OH group, and remaining that is structure will be similar to that is the beta D glucose. Therefore, the Haworth structure of beta D galactose will be there. It is a, suppose OH group is at carbon 2 position will be there. Then this OH group is replaced by that is a beta D galactose. Then it became a that is a beta D galactosamine. Again, this amino group undergo a acetylation by using acetyl chloride or acetic anhydride to form that is a N-acetyl beta D galactosamine. These are the simple. One is linked to, suppose one is you have to remember, other you can be easily to write or you can be easy to recall. Now coming to the biological importance of beta D galactosamine. Now first importance goes to, it is readily undergo a acetylation to form that is a N-acetyl beta D galactosamine. Means galactosamine, this is undergo a acetylation, and it can be easily converted into beta D galactosamine. This is the first biological importance. It is a component. This is the N-acetyl beta D galactosamine. That is here. It is that is beta D galactosamine. It is important component of chondroproteins. This is the various types of the proteins are there. It is present, that is the mitochondria. Therefore, it is a chondroproteins found in usually, that is cartilage. Cartilage means that is soft tissues will be there, cartilage, and adult bone, cornea, skin, tendons, and heart wall. These are the soft tissues will be present in this area. Therefore, chondroproteins are present. This is the component. Chondroproteins are present, and it is a component of that chondroproteins. Next, third, there is the importance is nothing but galactosamine is readily undergoing hydrolysis to form, that is a chondrosamine. Again, it is like a it is cells whatever may be there. No, it form, that is a chondrosamine. These are the few biological importance of, that is the beta D galactosamine I have discussed. Then coming to, that is how are the structure of N-acetyl beta D galactosamine. Here simple, just that is it is a glucosamine, that is a beta D galactosamine, in which the acetyl group will be present at this position. It will use, that is how are the structure of N-acetyl beta D galactosamine. Now coming to, that is a biological importance of N-acetyl beta D galactosamine. It is a component of chondroproteins. Again, chondroproteins found in the cartilage. This is the same, similar to, that is a galactosamine. It is a N-acetyl galactosamine. It is the same function will be there. Both are present. Adult bone, cornea, skin, tendons, and heart wall. Galactosamine is readily hydrolysis to form, that is a chondrosamine. It is the same function. This is the same function, biological importance or function to related with, that is a beta D glucosamine or N-acetyl beta D galactosamine. These are the same functions are there. Now coming to, that is a another, that is a compound. How the structure of N-acetyl muramic acid. Muramic acid. It is called as a NAMA. NAMA. N-A-M-A. Now it is, what is the full form of NAMA means? That is N-acetyl muramic acid. N-acetyl muramic acid. In which, here simple, here at second position, this is the actually this is the beta D glucose. Beta D glucose means, here suppose OH group and this is the OH groups are there. Then it is became a simple, you have to take as a beta D glucose. Beta D glucose. Then beta D glucose is converted into N-acetyl, that is a N-acetyl beta D glucosamine. N-acetyl beta D glucosamine. That can, first one is amination, means replacing, that is OH by amino group. Then it is amino group undergo a acetylation using acetyl chloride or acetic anhydride to form, that is the N-acetyl, that is a N-acetyl beta D glucosamine. Further, at third position, the OH group will be there. That undergo a treated with, that is a, it is what is that? Lactic acid. This is the lactic acid. Lactic acid is nothing but formula COH, COH, CS3. CS3, CHOH, COH. That is, it is a monocarboxylic acid, and that is hydroxy group will be present here. What is the name of this compound actually? 1, 2, 3 means, that is a 3, and that is a 2-hydroxy propanoic acid. 2-hydroxy propanoic acid is called, that is a lactic acid. Lactic acid, in which the hydroxy group at two position. This is the chiral center will be there actually. This is the chiral center. The stereoisomers, this carbon surrounds, that is a 4 group. One is methyl group, one is hydroxy group, another one is hydrogen group, another one is last one, that is fourth one is, that is COH group. Therefore, it is a optical active compound. When it is treated, that is OH and OH, it water molecule is liberated because it having OH and this having OH. The removal of, that is a water molecule takes place, and to form, that is the derivative, that is a lactic acid derivative. Lactic acid derivative. This is the esterification will be takes place usually. Water molecule will be removed in the OH group of the secondary at third position is undergo esterification by using a lactic acid, but actually here not a esterification. This is the OH group and this is the OH group. This will be a interaction will be takes place. Only water molecule is there, but it is not a acid group is undergo a esterification. Therefore, actually it is not a esterification. Only that is the OH group is present, and the lactic acid derivative of N-acetyl beta D, that is a glucosamine is called, that is a N-acetyl muramic acid. Muramic acid. N-acetyl already there. This is the suppose lactic acid is present here at two position. The O group will be there. Then it is called as a muramic acid. And N-acetyl means here the N, that is two position NHCOCH3 group will be present. And this is the how the structure of that is a N-acetyl muramic acid. Now coming to that is a biological importance of that is a N-acetyl muramic acid. It is present as a biopolymer in the bacterial cell wall. Biopolymer. Biopolymer means it is when it is repeatedly joined together, it forms that is a polymer compound, polymeric long chain huge giant molecules, and it is used in the organism. Therefore, it is act as a biopolymer and in the form of present in the form of that is a cell wall, bacterial cell wall. This is the important part, that is a muramic acid. Next one is how are the structure of N-acetyl nuraminic acid. Nuraminic acid. It is also called as a NAMA. N-A-N-A. NAMA. N stand for N here. Acetyl that is form A. Nuraminic means that is a N. Again acid means A. Therefore, N-acetyl nuraminic acid is called as a NAMA. Here, what happened here? Here there are so many groups will be undergo a changes at two position. This is the became a deoxy. There is a two position, two carbon atom. There is no amine group or no acetyl group. There is an acetyl group. It is a deoxy group will be takes place. This deoxy group will be there, and this is also at this position. This is there is a deoxy group. Means at this suppose 6 no, that is a 1 here, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 carbon atom. It contains that is a CH2 primary alcoholic group will be there. No, primary alcoholic group. That is a that will not be here. It is it replaced by that is a H. Here H, one condition. Therefore, at 2 position and 5 position, H, that is a deoxy group will be present. And here the another one is it is a glycerol. This is the glycerol derivative will be takes place at that is 5th position. This is the glycerol. Glycerol, how it is takes place glycerol. This is the CH2CO, that is CH2OH, CHOH and CH2OH. This is the called as a glycerol. There is a glycol, no? Glycerol. Actually, glycerol undergoing that is it is condensing, it form that is just this group will be present. Again that is at 4th position, the OH group is replaced by that is the N-acetyl derivative. N-acetyl group derivative present. And again here this position, one that is one position, no, this H group is no replaced by that is COH group. And this compound is called that is NANA. NANA. This is the N-acetyl nuraminic acid. Nuraminic acid. This is the structure. Just you have to recall here. You just you have to practice 1 or 2 times. It will be easy to recall, because at this position the COH group is there, and this is will be a deoxy group will be there. Means oxygen is not present, and here that is primary alcohol group is not present. CH along with carbon is less here. It is only 5 carbon atom, but here it contains again acetyl group will be present. Again it is a glycerol will be present, and such type of there is a structure will be formed. Now coming to that is the biological importance of N-acetyl-nureaminic acid. It is present in the sialic acid, sialic acid, and it is found in the mammalian cells. Mammals, no, mammalian cells. This compound will be present, and it produces or impart a specific role, and therefore it is a biological importance due to presence of that is a mammalian cell. And so far we have discussed about introduction to the carbohydrates, then definition of classification of the carbohydrates, then coming to there is a definition of monosaccharides, then coming to the I discussed about that is the derivatives of monosaccharides, in which the amino sugar derivatives, Haworth structure and biological importance of beta D glucosamine, beta D galactosamine, and their N-acetylated forms, that is N-acetyl-muriamic acid and N-acetyl-nureaminic acid. This I have explained. So I hope you have already everything is understood. If you have any doubt, you have to comment in the comment box. Thank you.